We have around 30 plus days for our upcoming UPSC CSC Prelims 2026. So what we should do in this last 30 days? These 30 days are the most toughest part of your UPSC preparation. These 30 days is going to test your patience. It will create a lot of self-doubt. It will question your ability. Some days you might be giving your best in your preparation. In some days your preparation might be very flat. In some mock test, you might be getting good marks. In some mock test, your score might be below average. And sometimes when you solve some other academy's question paper, your score might come below average. So all these will be creating a lot of self-doubt. You might even think of quitting this exam, or you might even think of giving 2027 exams. So all these problems will arise in this last 30 days. It is very, very, very important how we are going to sail through this tough period. Believe me, even the topper will be facing the similar kind of restlessness. The one who faces this, the one who crosses this tough period will be the successful person in the UPSC Prelims. See, I have been in this preparation for long years. I had very good preliminary attempts. I had uncertain preliminary attempts. I had very bad preliminary attempts. So I can empathize myself with every one of you. So based on my experience and based on looking into various successful aspirants' experience, I will give you a strategy which I was also personally following. See what I will do in the last 30 plus days. I will be solving full mock test every single day. Morning 9:30 to 11:30, I will take GS. Afternoon 2:30 to 4:30, I will do CSAT. See what is the benefit here? When you go to the exam, actual preliminary exam, okay, that is going to be another day. Your brain will be completely tuned. Okay, 9:30 means your brain will be tuned for solving GS. 2:30 means it will be tuned to solve CSAT. When you go to the exam hall, you will not have that anxiety or stress. All those things you can manage effectively. This is number one. Number two, the last 30 days, see, even if I give you 1000 days, you will always feel that your revision is inadequate. Even if I give you 1 lakh days, you will again feel that your revision is inadequate. Every single time you will feel that revision is inadequate. With that inadequacy only, we have to face this exam. The last 30 days, if you are going to take the books once again and if you are going to revise line by line, it is going to create a lot of boredom. Rather, when you solve questions, see, at least 30 days, 30 question papers, 3000 questions. Each question will have at least 2 statements. Assume on an average 6000 statements, on an average 6000 concepts. We have 5 major subjects plus current affairs, right? History, geography, polity, economy, environment and current affairs. So 6000 concepts. That means under every subject you will be getting exposed at least to 6000 concepts or at least 500 topics and 6000 concepts, right? See, revising the 6000 concepts is going to give you a lot of confidence. So while solving these question papers, you are going to improve your confidence. You will reduce your anxiety on the actual exam day. That is one benefit. In this 30 days, in this process, you are getting exposed to almost 6000 areas. So after the test, you should not relax. Take the test, just see how much score you are getting. Then you have to immediately work on reading the content from the questions. So you have to revise the questions asked. You have to go through the solution set. Learn new areas. If you come across any unknown areas, don't get scared. Learn it. If you are doing mistakes on the areas which are already stronger, that is okay. It is an opportunity to find out your gaps, you revise it. That should be your attitude. So every day, 2 hours you are going to solve GS. At least 8 hours you are going to work on revising those questions. 2 hours you are going to solve CSAT. Another 2 hours at least you have to work on revising the CSAT questions, solving, practicing those CSAT questions. This is very, very important. Do this for the next 30 plus days. Sir, I am good in some subjects, but when it comes to economy, when it comes to environment, when it comes to geography, in some subjects, I am not able to score well. Constantly in every mock test, in history alone I am scoring less. In economy alone, I'm scoring less. What to do? In that case, what I would suggest is, let's assume you are not scoring well in economy. Let me assume that you are not scoring well in geography. Now, what you can do is solve at least 500 questions from these subjects. So next, let's assume you are having some deficiency in some 2 subjects, history or geography, economy or environment, whatever. Okay, those 2 subjects you take, 1 or 2 subjects, whatever. For each subject, you allocate 5 days. In that 5 days, you try to solve at least 500 questions. So you will be having a lot of sectional test question papers. Collect sectional test question papers. At least 500 questions you solve from the subject which you are feeling weak. When you solve that 500 questions, all your gaps will be addressed. Then when you take your mock test, your score will definitely improve. So now that we have more than 35 days, okay, so let's assume that you have 35 days from now. Let me assume we have more than 35, but let me assume we have 35 days. You are having deficiency in 2 subjects. For those 2 subjects alone, you allocate around 8 to 10 days. In that 8 to 10 days, each subject solve at least 500 questions. After that, you will have around 25 days. In the 25 days, you start solving full mock tests. Okay, that is 9:30 to 11:30 GS. The timing is very important. And afternoon, 2:30 to 4:30 CSAT. And weekly once, you go to an academy, physically go and take up the test. See, Tamil Nadu government is conducting non-Mudhalvan program. Like that, different states, they are giving different kind of supports. So in Tamil Nadu, the non-Mudhalvan program initiative, they are conducting free mock tests. So you can go to a school only and you can have the same UPSC exposure in solving the questions. So at least weekly once you have to do that. So this process, one side, it will reduce your boredom. Another side, it will improve your knowledge base. It will help you to revise. Your confidence will improve and you can do well in your exam comfortably. Along with whatever I have said, there is one more important thing which you have to do every single day. So from now onwards, every day, you take the previous year questions. See, don't try to learn from the PYQs that you would have done already. The exercise, what I am going to say now is different. Take the previous year question paper, at least take last 5 years. From 2025, 24, 23, go in that reverse direction. Take the statements. UPSC statements are essentially in true or false format. Statement 1, statement 2, either it will be true or it is going to be false. Okay. So read the statement. You will notice the statements which are true, which are generally very flat in nature. The statements which are false, where you will find some additional adjectives which will try to make the statement false. For example, make it simple. Look at the statement, Guna is a teacher. This is very flat. Most probably, the statement could be true. I will give you another statement. Guna is an extraordinary, invaluable teacher. Some adjectives are being added. Now, these statements, there is every possibility that this could be wrong. So now, like this, when you simply read, open the question paper, read the statements, you have the official answer key with you. True statement and the incorrect statements, you will find a difference. Particularly in the incorrect statements, find out what is the difference. Which part UPSC is making it wrong. So when you get exposed to the UPSC language, this will be very useful for you to solve in the actual exam. Because all these days, we are solving mock tests conducted by different academies. Now, different academies, they have their own language style. But UPSC has a different language style. In this 30 days, we should also get used to the style of UPSC. So this process, so what you are going to do? Take the question paper, look at the statements. Mostly correct statements will be flat. For us, we need to focus on incorrect statements. Take the incorrect statements, see which part is being made incorrect. Whether a fact is being made incorrect. Either, some UPSC is adding some, for example, GST will enormously increase our GDP. GST will help India to overtake the China in near future. All these statements are not flat. You see a lot of color is being added to these statements. So these statements are generally incorrect. Okay. GDP is steadily increasing. GDP growth rate is steadily declining. The statement can be GDP growth is increasing or GDP growth is declining. but they are using the word steadily increasing, steadily decreasing. Now, such words, whenever such words appears, generally the statements are false. So find out by adding what word UPSC is making the statement false, by removing what word UPSC is making a sentence wrong. So all this will help you to get connected with the UPSC language, and in the exam day, sometimes we will come across some questions where we will have no idea only, but by reading the statements only, the statement flavors only will give you an instinct that this could be a wrong statement or this could be a correct statement. All these will help you to get extra marks. So along with the solving question papers, you have to focus on this PYQ. This is very important. Spend some 30 days in a day. That is going to give you a very good result. I always tell this. In all my experience in this UPSC exam, I can certainly, confidently, I can say, this exam is not a test of your knowledge. This exam is a test of your attitude. Attitude matters. Be always positive. Have that attitude of facing the challenge. Be ready to face the challenge. That readiness to face the challenge, that is what is more important. You have to have complete trust. You have to have complete hope. This last 30 days, that is going to define your success. Give your best. So from Simply Current Affairs, in this time period, whatever support you are looking for, we are willing to provide. Anything, feel free to ask. In the upcoming videos, I will be discussing about how to manage the time. My next video will be on how to manage the time in the preliminary exam. And I will make another video on how many questions to attempt, how to choose the questions. All those videos I'll be making in the upcoming days. Any other topic you want me to discuss or explain, you feel free to give it in the comment section. Please go through all our initiatives. So I'm doing economic survey topics which will be very useful. All the hit list topics which I'm sharing, which will be very effective for your preliminary examination, when every day you can spend some 5-10 minutes and you can watch our videos. That is going to add some more value in your preparation. Right. So all the very best. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.